I don't have a lot of time. He's trying to find me. I can feel him watching me. There's only so much I can do right now. So before I die, I just want to write out my story so others can understand me. I don't expect you to believe my story, but I hope you will at least listen. Because if you don't, he may go after you next. My name is Zach, and last week I went to New Orlando's just for a quick vacation to visit my grandmother. She's a voodoo witch, which I don't know enough about, but it's just something she likes, which is perfectly fine. I just have to say that it's been a while since I last saw her, so I thought maybe just visiting wouldn't kill anyone. So, that's what I did. We didn't do much. We just sort of talked, discussed things, and, played some board games. She taught me some voodoo stuff, but to be honest, I wasn't fully listening because I don't really care about that stuff. Everything was pretty normal up until the day I was leaving. When I was packing my stuff ready to leave, I noticed that my grandmother was looking strangely upset. She looked sad and there was even tears in her eyes. I was really worried about her. So I asked her, "Grandma, what's wrong?" She looked at me. She leaned over to my ear and whispered something I didn't understand at the time. "Beware of the radio demon." I didn't understand what she was talking about. I thought she was just making something up to scare me, or maybe she was just that old she didn't know what she was talking about. But, I decided just to ignore it, assuming it was nothing serious. When I got home, I decided to take the day off to finally get stuff ready, to unpack my stuff, and what I found was strange. When I was unpacking my bag, I found a weird looking cane. It had a microphone at the top, and it was red. I didn't remember packing this. Did my grandmother pack it for me? Maybe it was some sort of weird voodoo thing, and she wanted me to have it to understand it more. I decided just to put it away until then. Maybe I could sell it on eBay for something. But, that was that. Next day, I got ready for work. I work at a small little restaurant. Nothing serious. I'm just one of the waiters. After a couple of hours of working and, talking to the customers, that's when I saw a man at one of the tables. He was really skinny, and he had a bow tie. And he was somewhat tall as well. He had a molecule as well. He seemed like a gentleman, something around the 1930s. I walked up to him, ready to take his order. "Good day, sir," I said. "How may I help you?" "Oh, yes. Do you have jambalaya?" he said. I believe so." "May I have that?" he said. Sure," I said. I turned around, but that's when I noticed something. Everyone was looking at me weirdly, like I just done something super odd. Even, like, everyone. I mean everyone. My co-workers, the customers, everyone was just straight up looking at me like I just done something super odd. My manager, Jessica, walked up to me. "Zach, are you okay?" she said. "Yeah," I said. "What's going on? I don't understand." She said something that I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to say. I was just horrified when she said it. "Zach, there was no one there." I never said chuckle and said, what are you talking about? There is someone there. Look. When I turned around, though, the man was gone. I was just stunned. I would have noticed that he walked away, so where did he go? "Zach, may I see you in my office?" Jessica said. I followed her as everyone was still looking at me. Jessica said, "It's nothing to worry about, everyone. Go back to doing your stuff." When I entered Jessica's room, she looked at me. "Zach, are you okay?" "Yeah, I'm fine," I said. I swear, there was someone at that table." "Zach, there was no one there," she said. "I'm telling you, I saw someone," I said. "They talked back to me." Jessica just looked at me. Zach, I don't know if there's something wrong with you, or you're just playing some sort of sick joke. I'm not joking, I said. I would never tell a joke like that. Jessica just looked at me. Alright, it's alright, okay. Look, I think you're just tired, and I think you need to go home. What? I said. But I just came back from vacation. I can't miss too much work. It's alright, she said. I guess there was something in New Orlando that must have made you think you saw someone? I don't know. Look, just go home. You don't have to worry about the rest of the days. I'll handle them. Just go home and take a couple days off again. I sighed and walked away. I wasn't sure what to believe. I mean, I swear, I saw a man sitting at that table. I don't understand. I just decided to get it out of my mind and walked home. I took the bus on my way home, but I noticed the seat next to me. There was that man again. He was reading the newspaper. I was shocked. Nothing on the daily news, he said. I guess nothing is very interesting on the news. He pulled down the newspaper and smiled at me. And what I saw, he had sharp teeth that looked like they can rip flesh in just 1 minute. There was blood stains all over his yellow teeth, and his eyes glow red. I screamed and I fumbled back. All the passengers just looked at me like I just went insane. I pointed and shouted that there was someone with sharp teeth sitting the seat next to me. Everyone just kept saying that there was no one there. I must be losing my mind, I thought, because I keep seeing this guy, and I had to do something. I was scared at this point. Should I see a doctor? After the bus dropped me off, I ran home and I tried to relax for the rest of the day, hoping tomorrow I'll feel better. In my dream, I woke up in the restaurant again, but it was at night. I seemed to be in my waiter outfit. I looked to see that all the tables were empty except for one. The man. He was reading another newspaper. Something was forcing me to walk over to him. I wanted to run, but there's like this force that was forcing me to walk over to him. I walked over and asked him what he wanted, nervously and scared. Yes, he said. I think I'll take your arm, he said. And suddenly, before I can react, the man threw away the newspaper and bite down on my arm. I screamed as I saw him rip my skin off, blood pouring down his mouth. I stumbled back as I saw him eat my skin, blood dripping down his mouth. I teared up from fear and pain, and I ran into the kitchen, hoping to escape this thing. I blocked the door and locked it, hoping he wouldn't barge in. And I heard him barging at the door, laughing like a madman. Let me in, he said. And yet he couldn't get in. After a few minutes, the bang stopped, and I thought I was safe. That was before I felt something wrapped around my neck and pulled me back. I screamed, or at least I tried to scream, but all came out was muffled gags from being choked by the strange thing grabbing my neck. I saw there was some sort of strange black tentacle wrapped around my neck, squeezing me hard. I was dragged away from the room into another room. I looked back to see what I thought was the man, but he looked different. He didn't resemble that much of a man. He was all red, and his eyes were glowing red as well. His hair was red, and he had deer-like antlers. You'll make a fine meal, my dear sir, he whispered. Then I woke up. I tried to chalk it up to just it being a bad dream, but I looked over to see that the cane was gone. I clearly remember putting that cane against the wall. But now it was gone. I freaked out at this point. I had to call my grandmother. She must know something about this. I mean, she was a voodoo witch. Maybe this had something to do with voodoo? So, I grabbed my phone and tried to call her, but she didn't answer. Or at least after the few calls. Finally, the phone answered. Hello? Grandmother, please, I need your help. There's something wrong with me. I think someone's following me or something. I don't know if it's just me or... However, she didn't reply. Hello? I heard a whisper. Beware of the radio demon. I screamed and slammed the phone shut. Or, you know what I mean? I'm scared. I'm scared shitless right now. I haven't left my house in the last few days. I'm scared. I feel like he's watching me as I write this down. Everywhere I look, I see him standing outside my window, or just outside my door, or even my TV. I see him everywhere, and he's always in that demonic form, smiling at me with those sharp, jagged teeth. I don't know how much longer I have. I'm scared. I'm so scared, guys. Please help me. Please. The following was written by Zach, who was found a few days later, murdered with his arm ripped off.